G'day, how's it going? Welcome to vlog number 3. This is going to be the shed game, Friday night shed game. Could be a bit wild. We'll have a few beers tonight, sit up in the mezzanine level, which I'll show you in a minute, and play a bit of poker and watch the football on the TV, the Aussie Rules football. It's going to be a small game. We just play a dollar game with a $10 cap, the most you can raise at any time. I know it sounds a bit small, but there's a lot of new players here, so we want to keep them interested in it, so we don't want it too crazy. So probably half the field here tonight wouldn't have played too much, so most of the night's going to be spent keeping the game under control, making sure they're not betting out of turn, all of that sort of thing, little things that annoy me during a game. So try and keep the game under control, but end up having a few beers, a few rums, and hopefully a bit of fun, and get a few more people interested in the game. So we're hopefully going to have this game about once every 3 weeks or so. So a bit of a tour around the shed, in a bit of a mess at the moment, but that's the mezzanine level up there. Those jackets are all jackets from my son when he raced speedway bikes over in England. We come around here, this is my race car. That's what I've been racing for the last 3 years, 2.5 years. My son took over this season because I'm getting too old and too fat, and plus he's faster than me. Great little cars. They're an American car called a Mod Light, a speedway car, so they go around a dirt circuit. Fairly small. Get in through the roof. So in and out through the roof. And here, got a little bit of a safety latch, just in case she catches on fire and you're stuck upside down to get out. What else we got? This my motorbike. It's an American Cruiser. It's not a Harley, it's called a Big Dog. Big Dog Mastiff, so a specially made cruiser bike in America. Got over here my last motocross bike that I had when I was about 19 years of age. That's a 1977 Yamaha YZ250D, so we're hoping to restore that to new in the future. Speedway bike, which is my son's, and that's also what I used to race. Raced over in England. My son spent about 5 years racing over in England professionally. 500cc motorbike engines, no gears, no brakes, and they just turn to the left. They go around an oval track. And in England it's all teams racing, so you race for teams. He was signed up by the Oxford Speedway team when he was about 14. Couple of spare motors there. We'll go up to the mezzanine. There you go. Australian Spider, Huntsman. It's dead though, so they don't hurt you anyway. There's a few others over here that do, but those Huntsmen don't, they just look mean. Now the shed, the mezzanine, she's a bit of a mess. Hadn't been tidied up since the last poker game. So yeah, this is where all the action's going to happen tonight. Sit up here, watch the football, play a bit of cards. I think I told you in the intro I'm into radio controlled planes. There's a few of my planes over there. Probably my favourite one's over here behind all the beer bottles. A Stinger jet, air inducted fan jet engine, which is up in there. Probably goes about 100 mile an hour, that jet. A couple of other old race cars. Old M car I used to race. My drift car, which I sold a few years ago. And the current one up there, and a little heater for when she gets cold tonight. So this is where it's going to happen. We're probably going to be all drunken bums by the end of it, but we have fun. Hopefully we can get a few more people interested in the game, and over the next year or so we can have a pretty solid game every 3 or 4 weeks. So managed to get a bit of videoing done. Pretty rough, but yeah, got a little bit done. Had to mute it, there's a fair bit of swearing going on, so I didn't want that on the video. Also, rookie mistake, held the camera the wrong way, so it's a bit oblong instead of sideways. But good time had by all. A few of my mates over to the right, my son had a few of his mates there, a few first timers or hadn't played much. I think they enjoyed it, so they're pretty keen to come back and have another crack. So looks like we've got a bit of a waiting list on now for when we have our next game, so probably going to have a game about every 3 weeks. Having the traditional cigar there. Mate of mine, Eddie, brings them along. I think there's about one smoker out of everyone that was there. But the old cigar's a bit of a tradition. I usually cough my way through it. Sorry about the hand reviews. Haven't got any, but next time there will. I'll have the video set up and we'll pick a few good hands out where you can go through the whole hand with me, and you'll be able to go to the comments and tell me where I stuffed up. G'day, how you going? So, the poker game last night. Good fun, good game. This video's not going to be as good as what I was hoping. The plan was to film it like the other guys do, the cards, explain what happened with hands. I started doing that, but it just got a little bit too hard with a lot of players there that hadn't played much poker. So in the end, you're trying to keep the game in control, stopping people betting out of turn, stopping them from under-raising and all that sort of stuff. But I think everyone enjoyed himself. Probably the biggest winner there for the night was Phil. He owns a local pub. He came after work. I think he must have won 200 or 300 or so. A few other guys, the newer players, started off good. Then, as what normally happens, they get a bit excited when they get a pair of 2s and 3s and keep betting all the way through and losing. So I had not a bad night. I started off reasonably good. Then I went down a bit. I was actually down probably over 100 there at one stage, and I then had a bit of a good run for the last hour and a half or so, got a bit of money back and ended up winning probably about $70, which the little dollar game wasn't bad. As you can see, I'm in the van at the moment. I'm heading to Karoonda, so I'm going to show you a few pictures on the way there. That's where my mum lives and where the farms are, so we're just heading along the road here. Karoonda's about 40 kilometres back behind Tailem Bend where I live, and so I just thought I'd spend the afternoon and stay the night up at mum's place. Sadly, my father passed away about 4 or 5 weeks ago. About 5 weeks ago he passed away, but yeah, he had a good life, 90 years of age, and was a real old Mallee farmer. And fairly well known around the district. He even wrote his own book about his life, The Life of Brian, which is fairly interesting. So that's where I'm heading to now. I don't know about the noise, I'll shut my window, that might keep it a bit quieter. So yeah, the poker game, the plan was to show the cards and talk through a few hands, but I'm still learning how to get the cards up onto the screen. I think I've got it worked out, but I won't have it for this video. So I'll just talk you through a couple of hands I had, and I didn't even have my notepad there or write it down like Andrew and them do, so I can tell you exactly what happened. But so fairly rough update of a couple of hands. The one I had at the start which sort of put me down a bit was my pair of aces, and I was up against a new player, and we've got a limit of, it's actually, the boys wanted a limit of $5, so it's capped at $5 the most you can raise, so it makes it a bit hard to put too much of a bluff in, but it's either that or you don't get any players, so we just want to get players there, get them to enjoy the game, so hopefully we can have 9 or 10 players there every few weeks for a game. So a pair of aces I lost on that. The young bloke had a 2 pair, so I lost a bit in that one. There was a couple like that. I just wanted to get in a run with the kings. Kings did the same thing. I sort of bet all the way through, not much on the board, and someone ended up getting another 2 pair on me. The couple of hands that got me out the shit were a pair of aces, which I ended up filling up on and got a nice pot out of that. And there was another one where I got a good flush. There was one flush hand where I probably had my biggest loss. I probably lost about $50 on that hand. I got the queen high flush, club flush on the turn, and so did another bloke, had the king high flush, and we sort of going to turn around here. We're just going to show you the house I was brought up in. So this is the farmhouse. So we've got a few sheep in there. That's the farmhouse I was brought up in. Bit of a motorbike track there. We're into motorbikes a fair bit. That was the workers' house. No one's living in that at the moment. And there's one of the crops of the farm there. So it looks like a nice barley crop there. So yeah, looking very nice. So back to the poker. Yeah, I lost that big hand in the with the 2 flushes, but other than that, a good night. Probably had more rums than what I should have. I didn't think I got that bloody drunk, but my son who was playing said you should go and have a look at your rum bottle up in the loft there. He said that today when I told him I had a bit of a headache. Told him I didn't think I'd drunk that much. Looked at the rum bottle and it was nearly finished, so I'm sure someone else must have had a bit. As I think I've said before, I usually won't drink much in a game, or I won't drink at all in the proper games. This game, the Friday night game we have, is just a bit of fun though. It's good to get a few people in there, getting them enjoying the game, having a bit of a laugh watching the footy. I did take a little bit of a video of the boys there, so I'll put that up and show you what it's like. Thanks Benny for the lend of the poker table. Nice little round table. Probably we might be looking at investing in a bit bigger oval one if we're going to start getting a few people like that. There was one person had to sit out at one stage, so wasn't quite enough room, so we probably invest in a bit bigger table and keep you informed and show you the next game we had there. But overall, a bit of fun. A little bit of money was won and lost, but a great night. So just heading back up to Karoonda. I'll show you a little bit of Karoonda in a minute. So just pulled into Mum's place. Gonna stay the night. I'm gonna try and edit all this stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know there's probably only about 10% poker and a bit of the other stuff. I really enjoy watching Andrew's videos about Vegas and all that. I find that just as interesting as the poker. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Tailem Bend, Wainaka, Karoonda, a little bit different to Vegas, but I think it's probably good for people from different parts of the world to see how other people live their lifestyle. So in future, more poker, but we did have a win on our first vlog of about 60 to 70 bucks, so I'm happy with that. And it was a fun game. Got a few new blokes interested in the game. They all wanted to come back again the following week, so I don't think we'll have one every week. It's just going to struggle to get enough people, but hopefully to start off with, once a month we'll have our little shed game, have a few beers, have a few rums, try and win a bit of money. The next game I'll probably be doing, I'm hoping to do the $75 tournament down in Adelaide on Wednesday night. I'm not too sure about filming and all that. I need a bit of practice with showing the cards and writing the notes down in my phone of what happened. Like I said, that last night just got too hard controlling the game, telling everyone what to do, whose deal it was. They get a few beers, and if you're not controlling the game, it can take bloody a long time to get to the next hand. So I didn't really have enough time to start filming, but hopefully the next one, and with a bit more experience, I'll be able to show you a few more poker hands. We can talk through them a bit more. Hopefully you guys can help me out where I'm going wrong. Maybe for some of the real new guys, I might even be able to help you out. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye.